So we just got to the Badlands, but there's a storm moving in, and it was taking all the light along the drive. So hopefully that doesn't come in, take all my light, because I really want to get photos of these Badlands in good light. This place is incredible. Oh yeah, there's tons of cacti. Holy crap, look at that. Freaking incredible. I don't even know what to take a photo of.
We're not even in the park yet.
Look how freaking crazy that is. That's nuts. There's a camper down there. I see people are camping down by the river down there. I framed up a shot of this cactus here overlooking this with all the changing light, and I photo stacked it. So I took a picture focused on the cactus, then this little cliff face here, and then the distance as far as I could, and then I'm going to stack those in Photoshop. Nothing really crazy about it. I'm doing f/14, ISO 400, and a shutter speed of 1/250th, so pretty straightforward. But yeah, like, look at this place, man. This is absolutely incredible. And Sarah says we're not even in the park yet, and this is already how it is. It's awesome. Look at these frickin' everywhere, man. This is something else. Beautiful. Cool thing about this park being as amazing as it is already, we're only like a couple minutes in, they don't charge for parking. So Sarah brought up a good point. She thinks that they make all their money from the tours, because they do guided tours and they have camp spots and everything, but they don't have to charge day use parking, which I always say should be free. I always imagine that, like, I always think that provincial and national parks should be free. Everybody's broke, and it's a good, safe way to get outside and do something, productive. And it's healthy, and not a lot of people make a lot of money, so it'd be good to have parks like this free, especially for like younger people to come in and walk around and do shit. I just think parks should be free. That's my hot take. One 2/50th of a second, ISO 400, f/14, just so I can get all of this in focus without having to take out my tripod and photo stack, because there's just so much here. There's just so much stuff in this park that, like, if I was walking around with my tripod, I'd be setting it up every couple of minutes. I've already taken like 10 or so photos that I haven't filmed. I haven't vlogged them because, there's just so many. Like, look at this freaking place. Insane. This looks like the place where Captain Kirk fought the Gorn. Like, there's just so much to take photos of. Incredible. So the reason why it's called Dinosaur Provincial Park is because this place is just littered with fossils, like, everywhere. Now, I've been having trouble trying to find one. Sarah's already found one, but you can't dig for them. You're not allowed to disturb the whatever these are called. And if you find them on the ground, you can pick them up, you can look at them, but you have to put them back down where you found them. And one way to tell if it is a fossil, is this a fossil? Yeah. Oh, Sarah just found a fossil now. See that? I don't know if it'll focus. See? Focus on this fossil. One way to tell if it is a fossil, which this one really does look like it, is you lick it. And if it sticks to your tongue, then it's a fossil. So I just licked a dinosaur. That is cool. Now, unfortunately, you have to put them back where you found them. So I don't know where Sarah found this, but yeah, really freaking cool. Incredible spot. Finding these fossils is also a lot easier when your wife is an archaeologist. Not a paleontologist, but her job is still finding dead things, so I mean, it works. I just took a couple shots, some vertical compositions and some horizontal compositions. Because look at this, just vast open landscape. And also there's some people on the hills down there, so if they show up in the photo, that's going to be really cool. But yeah, I've just been using the same settings as before. 1/1/250th, f14, ISO between 100 and 400. Been changing it depending on my aperture. Not really a huge deal. Difference between ISO 100 and ISO 400 is so minimal you won't really notice it. And even if you do, you can just run it through denoiser in Lightroom. So not a big deal. This is not at all what I was expecting for this park. Usually with these like provincial parks, they have something really cool and you know, you have to hike through a forest to get to it, and then that's it. The entire park is just freaking awesome. This is just everywhere. The whole park is the thing to look at. Pretty freaking cool. Sorry if I'm a little out of breath. There's some ladders here that we had to climb up, and climbing up one-handed with a backpack on your back is a little hard, but I come up here and we see this little stretch of rock, these two little mountainy things, and that big round guy in the middle with the path leading through the center. So I went for a vertical composition and I stacked it handheld. Took one for the foreground, one for the midground, and one for the background, and then again one for the sky. And it should line up. I'm keeping my composition fairly the same, like fairly close to the same each time. So it should line up well in Photoshop. Put this little cluster of rock here and put these two guys on the side and this guy right up the middle. I think that's going to be a cool shot. Probably taken so many photos that you'll never see because there's so many photos here that, you know, you can just, any direction you can just snap a photo and you have a great photo. You could be a really lazy photographer out here. See, back home you have to really struggle to find a spot and a composition. Out here it's just kind of like, oh, there's a cliff, there's a cliff, there's a cliff. It's fantastic. Dinosaur fossils. Whole skeleton pretty much except for his head, because apparently he got washed away. What's he called? The headless Tardosaur. Pretty freaking cool. That's neat. Since I've taken so many random photos and not filming them, here's just a quick compilation of a couple of photos that I didn't film for. Alright, I think that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoy this sort of content, subscribe. I'd love to see you guys back here hanging out in another video. So, thanks for watching. Peace.